Hey everybody, this is Becca. Welcome to my channel, Becca Town Sims. Today I'm going to show you a speed build of my house called Sunny-Side Suburban. So this house, first of all, is not a regular build for me. What I did was I decided to do a build for Kelsey Impicciche because she is playing the 100 Baby Challenge on BuzzFeed Multiplayer. If you don't watch that already, go watch it if you like The Sims, and I can't imagine that you're watching this video if you don't like The Sims. So if you don't watch that already, you should watch it because she's really funny. And for the 100 Baby Challenge, if you don't already know, you try to have 100 babies in as short a time as possible, and you have to raise them and get them out of the house. So she needed a house for raising all those babies for her newest matriarch, and she asked for people to submit their builds, and I decided to do it because I love her show because she's so funny, and I like to build, so I thought, okay, like, why not try to build a 100 baby house? So I didn't just make one baby house, I made 3 because I was having so much fun doing it. And when I was building the third, which is this one, I thought, oh, maybe I should be recording these because some people might be interested in seeing, a 100 baby house build. So this is my third 100 baby house. It's called Sunny-Side Suburban. It's on the gallery. I'll put the link in the description below if you want to find it and play your own 100 baby challenge. Although this one I kind of decorated with Kelsey in mind, but it's a Sims. You can change whatever you want. You're not stuck with whatever I gave you. So now I'll talk about building the house. The other 2 houses I built for this challenge were kind of modern in style. If you've seen my video called Modern Celebrity Starter, then the other houses I built for the challenge were more like that, more of a modern style. But I decided that it would be worth it to do a suburban style as well, just in case that was what she was looking for. And like I said, I was having too much fun to stop. So I wanted this one to look more like a contemporary suburban style house. And first of all, it's huge. Okay, this place is way too big because you need like 5 bedrooms for a 100 baby challenge. So it's really big. I wanted to put it in yellow to keep it bright because if you've seen the show, she has talked about liking yellow before too, and I don't use yellow that often on the exteriors of my build, so I decided to put this one in yellow, kind of make it stand out a little bit more too. I think often suburban houses kind of have a more muted color scheme, so I picked the yellow siding, and I think it's usually a good idea when you're building a house to contrast colors a little bit or to have a variation in colors. So to kind of make it more visually interesting, I should say, I put some of the house in this brick. I think that brick either came with the bowling or fitness pack, I don't remember. But I used the brick to kind of break up the yellow and to give it a little bit more visual interest. I had some troubles picking out the windows because some of the windows I started playing with were base game, and I don't know, they just didn't look crisp enough to me. So I used these that came from Seasons, I think, because the white on them just looks so crisp, and I thought that it kind of made the exterior look like nice and bright and fresh. I also used white trim. I added in some white columns to kind of just brighten it up, and then the roof I put in that, I don't remember what the shingle is called, but it's that orangey shingle. I use that to also like keep it bright, keep it sunny, because this is called the Sunny-Side Suburban after all. For the landscaping, I just did a little bit, or a little bit for me, garden in the front, just kind of get some flowers without having like a whole overgrown look. These cypress trees I think look really good in Del Sol Valley, and sometimes when I build, what I do is I look at the lots in the world, the trees that they use, and try to use those in my builds as well to make it feel a little bit more organic, the landscaping. So you do see the cypress trees all around in this little neighborhood. There's some over there on the right side lot. Put in some palms because it's sunny, warm, want the backyard looking fun. while working in the backyard, I just put down that cherry tree. And that, if you watch Kelsey's 100 Baby Challenge, that's kind of the tree that that her sim Chelsea had in her backyard. It's sort of a memorial to Dream Daddy, which Kelsey also played in a different Let's Play. So I wanted to put that in there. There's a couple of things that I put in to kind of just be similar to Kelsey's old house, Chelsea's house, if we're talking about her sim. And that pink tree was one of them. Working on the inside was really difficult too, because I was trying to think, you know, if you're playing the challenge, I was trying to think of a floor plan that would work and kind of be convenient for whoever's playing. So I knew that I wanted to have separate bedrooms for the matriarch, for the babies, for toddlers, for kids, and for teens. And I also wanted to have some kind of play or study area for all those ages as well. And one of the other builds, I made just like a big kind of teen kid study playroom. But I wanted this one to be a little bit less expensive, because the other two builds I made were over 200,000, like well over. I think like my first one I think is 260, and this I was trying to keep under 200,000. It ends up being about 190, so it's still quite expensive. If you're playing the 100 Baby Challenge yourself, you definitely cannot afford this as a starter home. But I was trying to keep the cost down, so it's not decorated as much as some of the other houses that I made for this challenge. But I did still try to keep the floor plan like large and convenient. I decorated with a color scheme that revolved around, I would say, blue and yellow and a soft purple, kind of like a lilac color. Those colors, well, specifically blue and purple, Kelsey said in her video she thought like those would be the favorite colors of her new matriarch. So I wanted to be sure to include those, so I went with blue. And then yellow's kind of like the traditional color from her first matriarch, yellow and pink. So those colors are in here as well, because I wanted to kind of carry over, you know, the feel from the last house. Even though I was making something new, I wanted it to feel familiar. So there's a few elements like that poster in the back that are from, that were used in her last house as well. So now we're looking at the kitchen. I had a hard time with the kitchen. I didn't really know what to do with it. So it's kind of this little L shape. I put the half walls to keep the downstairs having sort of an open concept. And I thought that would be a good place to start mixing the yellow and the blue, since those colors go really well together already. And since, you know, if you've watched Kelsey's show, you have to have the iconic yellow chairs at the dining table. So I knew I was going to need to put those in. So I thought that they would work well with the soft blue. And to be honest, I didn't really have any kind of plans for this like downstairs part. Like, you just saw me knock out some walls. I wasn't really sure what the floor plan was going to be until I was doing it. The bedrooms were where I was really focused on the floor plan. And then the downstairs kind of like, it happened organically. It evolved while I did it. So it might, I don't know, it might not be the best floor plan, but I did what I could. Gotta have a big dining room for all your kids in the 100 Baby Challenge. Then I started working a little bit more on the floor plans. What you just saw was me deleting some walls. So what I had been thinking at first was I was going to make separate play areas, like in separate rooms for all the ages of the kids. But then I decided that it might make more sense to just incorporate the play areas into the bedroom. So I tore down a couple walls, and I think that it worked because it gave it a more open feel as well. I didn't do too much with the upstairs landing, because that is the part of the house where you can display the birth certificates for all your children. And even though I was trying to keep the price down in this build, I added a master bathroom to go with the master bedroom. It's a little on the simpler side. I didn't want to overclutter it. I didn't want to spend too much money. But I kept it kind of bright and soft and feminine for the new matriarch. And she deserves, like any woman that's trying to have 100 babies, woo, she deserves her own bathroom. And then beside it, I added the nursery so you can quickly, conveniently in the middle of the night, walk from your room to the nursery to take care of your many crying babies. This room I'm working on here, that's the teen room. And I was having a problem where the roof was coming through the wall. I haven't seen it happen before. I don't know why it did, but it was like jutting right through the wall and it was really annoying me. Just doing some more work in the nursery, adding a few decorations. I tried to keep it soft, put it in pink, just because I thought it would look nice. Some babies don't care. So what I started building there is the kids' bathroom, well, kids and teens. So I put in the blue, I put in like the fun wallpaper, the whale shower curtain. Just wanted to keep it kind of colorful and bright for the kids to use upstairs. And then beside it, this is going to be the kids' room, and it's actually one of my favorites in all of the 100 baby houses that I built. I like this kid room probably the best. And it looks like I quit building it to go do the downstairs bathroom, which I had suddenly remembered existed. It's pretty simple. Most of my bathrooms are simple here. I tried to use that tile. It's one that Kelsey has used in her other houses, so I put it in this one as well. Put in a bar downstairs. Oh yeah, so now we're back on the kids' room. I based it around that rug, which came from Jungle Adventures, because it's got all those super bright, fun colors in it. And it turned out to be pretty easy to coordinate a room around that. So I did two-toned walls. I put in some paintings and a few play items for the kids. And I just think that like it came out really cool, like such a fun space for the kids. Then for the teen room, I wanted something darker because teens are broody. You know how teens are. So I used this rug. I think that's from the movie pack. It's kind of got that boho style. It's darker, but it also has some bright colors. So I thought that it paired well with the beds that I used. And then I just put some posters up for the teens and figured that they could do their homework or whatever in another part of the house so they don't get the cool play area like the kids did. Also upstairs, I put in a little office for Casey, who is the new matriarch that Kelsey is using in her show, and she does video editing as her like money making thing. So I put in a small video editing office, kept it, you know, kind of bright with the pink and blue, just trying to coordinate it with the rest of the house. I really like the half walls in this build. Maybe you can tell, half walls everywhere. And then I decided to break up this downstairs room by turning it into a little office study area so that there wasn't just the video editing office, so that we had another like office space as well for the kids and everybody to use. I had some hard times decorating it though. I think I like placed things and deleted them a couple times before settling. The furniture in here is fairly simple, again, just because trying to save money, you know, it's hard. Then I realized later that my walls downstairs were actually 2 different colors of blue, so I had to go and I tried to make them match up a little bit more, choosing the brighter color. This is the toddler room and the toddler play area. I based it around that rug, which is from the bowling expansion, not expansion, the bowling pack maybe? I don't remember where the rug is from, but I think it's from bowling, maybe. Anyways, I based the colors on that rug for the toddler room, so blues and green and pop of yellow. So it's kind of a bright, fun room. Put in a couple of decorations and put in some toddler toys. So basically, if you're playing the challenge, they have got access to a bathroom, they have access to the play area. You can just like lock the toddlers in there and only allow the matriarch in and out or something. I put in a little bit of like gym items into the fake garage that I built. I didn't want to spend enough money to like fully equip it, but you could add on to it later. And then I just went to the backyard, did a little bit of furniture here, but not too much because I was going like over my budget already. And then after adding my outside lights, I think that the house is done, and it took a really long time. I think I spent over 6 hours on this house, but I had a lot of fun building it, and I hope that you enjoy it. If you liked watching my speed build, let me know. Subscribe to my channel or leave me a comment, like the video, do something, you know, just so I have an idea. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.